Have you ever just stopped and looked at the world around you and felt like it was, well, mirroring something deep inside of you? Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea from an article by Tushar Dariyani. It's all about this profound and honestly often overlooked connection between the world we see out there and the one we carry around inside of us. It really all starts with this one simple sentence. But man, think about it. The wilds, the ultimate symbol of untamed nature, of freedom, they aren't this dominant force anymore. They're just kind of there, in the background. And why that is? Well, that sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about.
All right, so first, let's look outwards. Let's really take a look at the tangible physical changes to the beautiful nature that surrounds us. The stuff we see every single day.
What's so wild here is just how familiar this all feels, right? We've pushed our way into ancient forests. We see concrete and steel just popping up where there used to be these gorgeous green landscapes. Every new building, every single cleared plot of land, it's just another step in this bigger process of slowly, almost quietly, erasing the very nature that once defined our entire planet.
Okay, but what if all of that physical encroachment, what if that's only half the story? Now let's flip that mirror around. Let's look inward, because a very similar process is happening not in our fields and forests, but inside the landscape of our very own minds.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Our minds are becoming just as crowded as our cities. We're just filling every last quiet corner with this relentless flood of information, facts, beliefs, concepts, and maybe the biggest one of all, that endless, constant scroll of social media that just leaves us feeling totally and completely exhausted.
So, what's the result of all this mental clutter? Well, all that noise on the outside, it finds an echo on the inside. This constant chatter, this nonstop internal monologue, that's become our normal state. It leaves pretty much zero room for what it's replaced. Quiet, meaningful self-reflection. And when you lay it out like this, the parallel it's just impossible to ignore. On one side, you've got the physical world, forests getting pushed aside, nature just diminishing, and mirroring it perfectly, you have our internal world. Our minds are just jammed with data, and our inner peace is totally exhausted by all the digital noise. It's the exact same pattern of encroachment, just playing out in two different arenas. Which, it brings us to this really fundamental question. If our outer world is getting louder and louder, and our inner world is filled with all this constant chatter, then where on earth has the silence gone? Where's that tranquility that nature is supposed to represent? And here's the kicker. Just like those wilds we started with, silence, it hasn't completely disappeared. It's just been pushed to the margins. It now passively coexists with us. It's just a quiet background hum that we barely even notice anymore in the overwhelming noise of modern life.
So what does this all really mean when we put it all together? This is the big idea, the thing that connects our crowded landscapes with our crowded minds.
And that right there is the ultimate takeaway. The state of our outer world, the vanishing wilds, a loss of nature, it's not just some ecological problem out there. It's a mirror. It's reflecting the state of our inner world, when we've allowed our own silence, our own tranquility to be encroached upon. What we do to the world, we're also doing to ourselves. So I guess the real question is, if we want to save the wilds out there, do we maybe need to start by reclaiming the silence within?